Yesterday was an insane whirlwind of all types of information coming out from national media outlets, from Ian Rappaport to Adam Schefter, Tom Palacero, Deanna Rossini. So many different things came out, obviously indicating that Trey Lance went home and did not practice yesterday. Also, the fact that the 49ers had named Sam Darnold the quarterback too, and Trey Lance was being shopped basically for a potential trade. Diana Rossini even went as far to say that the San Francisco 49ers have been shopping Trey Lance for the majority of the offseason. Well, we got to hear from John Lynch today on KNBR, and he basically alludes to that all this information came out wasn't because the 49ers wanted it to come out. Listen to what he had to say on the matter right here.
Ultimately, Kyle and our coaching staff, they're tasked to make tough decisions. And believe me, this one was painstaking for them. They came to a point where they felt like Sam had won it, and nothing was going to change that. And so, out of their respect for Trey, they called Trey in. Never did we think all that would get out. It's things don't stay quiet for long in today's world. And next thing you know, everything that transpired yesterday transpired. But I can tell you that Trey handled it incredibly well. With class, he was devastated, and rightly so. When you put your heart and soul into something, and it doesn't come to fruition, you're going to be devastated, and that's the type of competitor he is. But we're in a good place. He'll be back in the building today, and we're moving forward.
I would have to say that this is in line with kind of how everything transpired yesterday. I don't think the 49ers were prepared for everything that came out and all the information that came out, which is why it's kind of been handled the way it has been, with Kyle Shanahan going on KNBR, John Lynch going on KNBR. So it has been really, really interesting. And you're already hearing John Lynch basically discredit some of the reports, specifically the one from Diana Rossini.
And John, as you mentioned, after this meeting happened between Kyle and Trey yesterday, the story got out to the media, and I believe it was Ian Rappaport who reported that you guys are exploring all options with Trey Lance moving forward. So I would love if you're able to walk us through what some of those options are, whether it's a trade, a release, or even maybe the possibility that Trey is still on the roster week 1 for the 49ers.
I think that's the most likely option. As I said, we're very happy with Trey. That's probably the most likely option, is that he's here. If we could find a landing spot for Trey that is a really good one for him, and works for our organization, that's not something we turn a blind eye to. But that's not where our focus is right now. I think our focus is on Trey getting back here and us being the best football team. We're getting close to Pittsburgh, and that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, there's viable options for all players, but right now Trey's a part of our team, and we're going to move forward with that in mind.
And John, I saw another report yesterday from Diana Rossini from ESPN, who reported that you guys have been shopping Trey Lance as far back as the NFL draft. So I just wanted to give you a chance to address that report and whether or not you guys have had Trey Lance on the trading block for the last couple of months.
That's not accurate. So, people are going to, if I responded to every report, I'd have no time in my day, but that is not accurate.
As I mentioned before, it definitely felt like the 49ers were blindsided by all this information coming out from national reporters. One thing that I've always noticed from the San Francisco 49ers is they are very meticulous in regards to how they let information out and what they discuss and how they discuss it. And this was not on brand with how they tend to go about these situations. So what that does tell me is that this information did come from a source that was not from the 49ers side of things. Was that Trey Lance's side representation? I don't know. That's just speculation at this point. But what does seem to be clear is that this did not come from the San Francisco 49ers, and obviously put the 49ers backs against the wall with all this information being released to the public all at one time. What do you think about this situation as a whole? It's pretty wild with how everything played out. But again, let me know how you feel and how you're thinking about this morning. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.